Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto. Back with a real quick short. The CPI numbers came in and they suck. That's the only way to say it. They're not horrible, but they didn't come out neutral and they didn't come out good. They came out a little bit on the bad side, right? So are they bad enough for the Fed to raise rates by 100 basis points? I think that's a far-fetched idea. I don't think that's going to happen, but I do think you're solidly locked into 75 basis points. You've got the Dow, futures coming in. I think the Dow is down about 4 or 500. Actually, it might have been, yeah, it's between 4 and 500, I believe. I'll let you know in a sec. The crypto market is taking a little bit of a dip. So not a pretty day for anybody. You had, and I'll let's just go hit the numbers real quick. So you have everybody in deep, deep, deep red. Just remember, you're in the red from a lot of these projects already being in the black. So Ethereum, instead of being in the 1700s, touching 1800, you're back down to the 1600s. Could we see 15s? Highly possible given today's news. It's taking a big hit, down already 5.82%. BTC down 3.73%. Do I think these numbers are going to stay there? With regard to Ethereum, no, I don't think the number is going to stay there for Ethereum. I think you're going to see a pullback right now that is greater than it should be, right? So there'll be an overcorrection, but then I think people are going to buy in once that merge hits, and that's going to be a big deal. You have Cardano, same thing, down at 47 cents, well, almost 48 cents. But I think once the Vasil hard fork hits, I think that's going to make it pop a bit. Matic is down to, what is that, 88 cents. Not great, especially after they had great news coming out of Starbucks saying that they're going to open up their new loyalty program, Starbucks Odyssey, on the Polygon platform. That's bad news to get hit, with this bad news on the market. However, I will say, a great coinage or a great coinage. Wow, listen, my English this morning. A great saying was, best house in the worst neighborhood. Well, that's going to be the United States. Europe's going to get hit hard, a lot harder than us. I think the recession is definitely going to be here. And it's no different than what I thought before. I told you before the recession was going to be here. Was there still a possibility of a soft landing? Yes, it's not going to be a soft landing anymore. Definitely going to be painful. So what I'm looking for is any kind of good news that can get me into the green so I can cash out on certain things. Once I cash out, wait for everything to hit and then buy back in on the dip. That's what I'm looking for. And no, I'm not going to try to catch falling daggers. I'm going to freaking let it. I was going to curse. I was going to be bad. I'm going to let it rock until I can see, some semblance of a floor, so I can see that dust settling, and then I'll buy back in at the lower levels. It's going to get ugly before it gets better, I think. There's a lot of pent up energy, a lot of good news that's out there that might change things, but I don't think we're going to change the global economy. That's not going to happen. You're going to hear people yapping about this whole railroad thing in the United States where, railroad workers are going to go on strike, blah, blah, blah. Every time that's come up, it's been solved, right? So I think the same thing is going to wind up happening. The government will step in, it'll get solved, and that will belay anything that happens there. Still, because we can't afford any hiccups in logistics, right? And that's railroads. So that's what I'm looking for. Like I said, CPI numbers, you can go look them up. They're not beautiful. I'm expecting the fear and greed index. You can see it here at 34. Yeah, it's going to tank. It's going to be in the 20s, come tomorrow. Bitcoin being at 21,456. I think you're going to be back in the 20s at some point. Just all in all, I think it's not a great day. I think it's a buying opportunity day because I think people are overcompensating on the news that wasn't all that bad, and then smart people are going to buy in right here, and then it'll pop again when good news starts to hit, and then just before recession, that's when I'll be out. Because you see signs of recession, right? I told you this morning Goldman Sachs is going to have layoffs. I told you this morning that firms like Goldman Sachs are probably going to follow suit. This is not the normal culling of the herd. these are going to be real layoffs, as it broke today on CNBC. It's just not a great day. I'm not seeing a great day. I am looking. I have to say, I am looking for some pop in this though. As we come back here, let me just refresh the screen and make sure. Just not great. Yeah, so already down 4.7% now. You're in 21.5 for Bitcoin, 5.85 down for Ethereum. I was expecting some good news out of H-bar. I don't think we're going to get that anytime soon. H-bar now is down at 6.6, 6.6 cents. It was at 7, so there's a loss right there. Even with, I think you're going to see a little bit of a pop with Hedera H-bar. And I think this will be the one that'll be slightly different. And the reason why is because they're about to be actively listed on Coinbase. So it was already announced, but you don't have access yet. I think once people have access to that, you're going to see movement in H-bar. And I'm hoping that not only do we see movement in H-bar, but we start to actually see people hop in and buy up H-bar. But that's beautiful. I want to see news. I think there's more news that H-bar has in its back pocket that we're going to start to see. I think a lot of projects have it like that, and it's just a matter of when are they going to spill that news. But all in all, you're seeing the market down anywhere between 4 and I think 8%, and that's just not pretty. I'm looking to see if there's anybody hit harder than that right now. It doesn't look like anybody's getting crushed by that number just yet. But I really do think you're going to see the market hit probably down 8%, maybe even around 10%. Near Protocol doesn't surprise me. They're up and down all the freaking time. So, if the wind blows, if wind blows in any direction, Near is going to react in a strange way. So I don't really care. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, bad, not the greatest of news. You're seeing, Dogecoin take a hit, 6.1 cents. Polygon down to 87.5. I think we'll probably wind up being back down around 84 for Polygon. Even with, like I said, even with that great news about Starbucks, that's actually a bigger deal than what most people think. I think that's going to be the gift that keeps on giving. SHIB down. To me, I think this is a buying opportunity. I really do. But if you're buying now, I'm going to tell you, if you're buying now, this is a buying opportunity, but I think it's a long term. All right. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. Hope you're having a great day. Wanted to drop a little video on the CPI numbers that came back. Thought CPI year over year was going to be up, about 8, up to about 8, which would have been unchanged. It's 8.3 instead of the expected 8. So not a beautiful thing. But I think there's good stuff coming. I think there's still, you have a lot of projects out there that are making changes, that are doing hard forks, upgrades, things like that people are sleeping on. They're sleeping on them. I don't know why the crypto market is down, because the crypto market is where you should be when the stock market takes a hit. Just saying, especially Bitcoin. Seriously. Anyway, have a great day. If you like what I'm doing, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely hit the notification bell so you know what's going on. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.